Has it really been 10 years since Howard set the bar in the Big Lake V's with their super efficient bullet? It has indeed. And a decade later, some of our driving teams still consider it the best all-around V boat in its size class. After a decade, the Howard Bullet remains something truly special, and it doesn't need anything more than a Crate 525 to come alive. The Howard appeal, as always, starts with one of the cleanest installations you'll find in performance boating today. Howard 28 Bullet.
With Howard Custom Boats. I'm the owner of the company, and the boat I'm standing in today is our 28 Bullet closed bow, probably our most popular boat. It accounts for obviously 50% of our annual sales. It has the reputation of being the fastest single engine stern drive ever tested by the major magazines. A lot of people think that to get super performance you need a super deep V. You don't. What you need is a platform for the boat to run on once it's at speed, and this is why we came up with the bottom design that we call a triangular ventilated step, which means the boat is running on a triangular pad. The water is breaking from the step aft, coming to the reverse chines, so the boat has a delta wing platform to run on, similar to a stealth bomber. When you see a stealth bomber, it looks like a flying triangle. That gives the boat the stability. The entry at the front, the 60-degree entry, allows the boat to slice through the waves. Then as the boat flies over a wave and becomes airborne, when it re-enters, which it does in rough water, to eliminate the bone-jarring crush that most boats experience, this boat eliminates that by having a 32-degree V in the center. So we go from 60 to 32 to 23 with the water running on a triangular pad in the back, giving the boat stability at speed and rough water capability at the top end. That's what a 28 Bullet is all about.
Much smaller boat when you're turning it, but when you're underway at speed, it's got the feel of a nice big boat. It's got just a great all-around feel. Looking over the deck of the Howard, it just looks long and flat and shiny. Deflectors really work. They work really well. Nice consistent wind chop. Not even affected at all. Boy, what a rock solid ride. Deck doesn't flex. There's just an incredible feeling. Get the sense that it's a high-performance V-bottom, even though it's very stable and maneuverable. You just really know it's a true performance boat from the minute you start it up. Got a nice dash layout, a Garmin GPS map right in front of us.
really nice. The Howard feels rock solid. Accelerates well. Mid-range power seems to be real good just on our little 60 mile an hour run.
We went across some side rollers like that, and really didn't affect the turning too much. Can't imagine a better V-bottom ride. It's just amazing. Yeah. Really consistent at all speeds. You don't get any of the hop you get with a lot of V-bottoms when you put them into turns like that at 35 or 40. A lot of times you get a bow hopping. You don't get that with the Howard. It just digs in and turns.
And we get the tabs at about 4 3/4. Let's see what happens. Perfect. Look at that. You can see every object in front of you.
We've got the 28 Howard Bullet, probably one of the nicest high-performance boats in existence by all measures. Appearance, quality, fit and finish, and ride, speed, performance. I mean, it's really the whole package. One of the ultimate boats available today, in my opinion.
This one had a 525 HP, 77.5 mile an hour at 5,200 in the conditions today. And what a sweet ride this thing is. As we accelerate the boat from a dead stick on our acceleration run, we find we definitely lose sight of the horizon as the boat comes up on plane.
Down 3, 2, 1, mark. Nose comes up, we lose the horizon.
Fit and finish was impeccable. It felt very heavy in terms of the way it's made up, but yet on the water, it's nice and light and very maneuverable. A naturally fast hull, one of the fastest V-bottoms ever built, and just a great all-around performance boat.
Man, it feels like a lot bigger boat than a 28 too, doesn't it?
It looks like a lot bigger boat when you look out over the deck of that thing.
Big, clean deck.
Right. If there's any deterrent to that is it looks really well polished, and oh my God, you don't want to go out there by yourself. There's not much to hang on to out there.
No, it's not, but it sure looks good.
Yes, it does. Low speed maneuverability. The boat hooked up really well on both left and right hand turns. Also, the mid-range turns, the boat was fabulous.
It handled like it was on rails. It was like almost driving a high-performance jet ski. I mean, it was amazing how you were able to turn and maneuver it. You know, it handled like a small boat with the slow speed stuff, but at the top end, it handled like a big boat.
In the mid-range acceleration and the mid-range turning that we did, we found it was a lot of fun. We could have the drive out, turn the boat in a big sweeper, and if we wanted it to turn tighter, all we did was tuck the drive down, and the boat would decrease the arc, make a much tighter turn as we kept the same amount of throttle into it. As we ran the boat up on the big end for the high-speed number, the boat was just a fantastic set. I could trim the boat to a point and it was just perfect. Tried over trimming it to see if there was an increase of speed, and the boat would just rock back and forth just a little, letting me know I was out of the comfort zone. Trim it back down and the thing was fabulous.
Took all the water that we had out there, essentially was very consistent in the way it rode. From low speed to mid-range to high speed, you got the same sense of just absolute stability and security with the ride. Great acceleration from the bottom to the top, all the way through. Turned excellent, did great short turns, fantastic sweepers, not a lot of lean. It felt very natural to drive the boat. Very comfortable boat. The seats were comfortable. Just a good all-around boat.
What a beautiful boat too.
Right. I'm not going to say that it has an overabundance of creature comforts on the boat. It's a high performance, beautiful looking, beautiful handling, and the construction on the boat, there wasn't a ripple, wasn't a flex, no noise whatsoever. Very sound, solid boat.
They've really perfected that one, haven't they?
Absolutely. They've had enough time. They've made that one of the class boats of their line. It is fantastic.
Very classy, very straightforward, not a lot of unnecessary bling. It's just straightforward and clean. It's very nice.